Just for the wicked boys as we head into match day number 2. So far so good for Belgium, Italy and of course the Dutchies. But what's going to happen in the next round of matches, we'll get into it next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction show today. We're going to go to match day number 2, part 1 of Euro 2020, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe to keep your bang up to date with all things Euro 2020 related, Blackburn Rovers related, woohoo, football related. We got it all here, boys. No one Rooskies. Of course, we're going to take a little look at the red hot leaderboard for your guys' picks in just a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support. And again, if you're new, smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up. And of course, get in the old description links to my other social media platforms are in there. So here we go. Take a look back at, of course, the first round of matches, and then we're going to get into the deep end. Of course, have a look at your picks and see just about where we are in the old leaderboard. So here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. Kicking all back, of course, for the first round of matches. So let's get into it. Kicking all off, it was... who was it? It was Italy against Turkey. That's right. I actually went the 2-2 draw, and this actually ended up as a 3-0 win. Durham with a big fat OG. Immobile with a 66-minute second. And of course, Lorenzo Insigne made it all clear. 3-0 in the end. 73% of you got this one right. 23% went with the draw, and the rest, around about 3%, went with Turkey on this one. Next up, of course, the Welsh up against Swiss. 0-0 in the end. It actually was a 1-1 draw, so not too shabby on that one. Kiefer Moore with the equaliser after Breland Bolo gave the Swiss the lead. Meanwhile, as for you boys, 50% went with the Swiss, 40% went with the draw, and just 5% went with Wales. And of course, the 40% were right, as was I. Next, of course, the Danes up against Finland. I went the 2-1, of course. A lot of controversy, a lot of drama with that one, and we don't really want to go elaborate on that too much. It was actually a 1-0 win for Finland. Joe Papagiano on the score sheet. Of course, your heart's not really in it. As for you guys, 90% went with the Danes, 7% went with the draw, and the rest went with, of course, Finland, who will get the Brucey bonus point. Next up, of course, into the back stretch of this one. What have we got going on here? It is the Belgians. Went with the 1-0 win myself over Russia. It was actually a 3-0 win over Russia. Lukaku with a brace, Meunier as well. 96% of you went with Belgium. 2% or 3%, sorry, went with the draw. Nobody went with Russia. And of course, those guys will be right. Austria, 2-0 win over North Macedonia. That was my pick. 3-1 win in the end. Stefan Lehner, Michael Gretish, Marta Asnatovic, and of course, Goran Pandev gave North Macedonia a bit of hope, but not good enough. Oh, this one was a little bit more spread out a bit. 65% went with Austria, 25% went with the draw, 10% went with, of course, North Macedonia. And then wrapping up the stretch here, the banger, 3-1 win the Dutchies over Ukraine. It was actually a 3-2 win, so I was close. Georgi Ronaldo, Wood Workhorst, and Denzel de Vries with the winner for the Dutchies. Andrei Yarmolenko and Roman Yamacic with the equaliser. Oh, well, yeah, it was the equaliser basically for Ukraine, but of course they couldn't hold on. 61% went with Ukraine, 26% went with the draw, and 11% went with the Ukrainians, of course. So as for me, I did pretty good for myself. Got myself 4 out of 6. Not too shabby. Remember that number. This is the situation as you'll find it over in the tables. Italy in command, probably one step already into the next stages. Wales and Switzerland got to do it all out next time around. Meanwhile, Belgium and Finland also one step closer to the knockouts. Denmark and Russia got it all to do. And then wrapping up in Group C, it's Austria and Netherlands in control. Ukraine and North Macedonia will go again. Okay, let's take a look at the leaderboard then, shall we? After the match day number 1, part 1. Here we go. Any minute now. Here it comes at you, coming at you thick and fast. You do have a couple of leaders. Andrew Watton's up there, Hans Worst is up there, Bianca Muller, Jacob S, Yalfa VMPP, Jens van der Poel, Brooke and Peter up there with 5. I'm up there in the next batch of boys with, of course, with 4. And of course, it is still early days. A lot of familiar names in there. It's good to see. Thank you all for coming by. And we'll go to match day number 1, part 2. Probably it'll be Tuesday, I think, so we'll look forward to that. But anyway, get your picks in for match number 2, part 1. So here they come. Next round of matches, then, shall we? If you want to get in part, this is the best place to do it. The link to the form is here. As for the QR code is right smack dab in the middle there as well. So make sure you check it out. So again, get your predictions in this, and then you'll get into the competition next time out. So let's get into deep and then shall we take a look at match number 2, part 1. Of course, kicking it off is Turkey up against Wales, by the way. This match will take place on, where are we looking at? Wednesday, the 16th of June. Of course, these two sides have played each other, I think, just the twice since 1978. It's been 1 win apiece, and they're both 1-0 wins either side, of course. Those wins long time ago, but heading into this, Wales come into this with a 67%, that's actually Turkey come into this with a 67% form book. Just 1 defeat the past 6 games. That 1 defeat, though, was against Italy as for the Welsh to come into this just without a win in 3, of course, backing it up with a draw against the Swiss not too long ago. Quick look at the odds then, shall we, on this one, taking place on 16th of June. Wales are actually 23-10 long shots on this one, 11-8. Turkey are your favourites, 21-10 is the draw. I was impressed by Wales' resolve in this last match, and of course I do have a soft spot for Turkey. I think they can go well in this competition if they get their act together. This is a must-win game for the Turkey. Wales have already got the 1 point in the bag, and they could save that win for the last one against a surprise package up against Italy. I don't think Wales would get that win against Italy, so they must win this one to get themselves through. Will they do it? I don't think so. I think we're looking for... Look, we're going to get ourselves a little bit upset here with a 2-2 draw. That's right. So at the end of it, it leaves Turkey with a bit of an uphill task to get themselves through to the next round. As for the Welsh, it looks like they could be going home with 2 points. Kicking on further though into the second match of this group, and it will be Italy up against the Swiss. Taking place also on Wednesday, the 16th of June. Let's take a look at these two sides then. Played each other 13 times since 1954. 5 wins for Italy, 2 wins for the Swiss, and 6 draws. They are, of course, geographical neighbours. The biggest win, though, for Italy over the Switzerland in that duration was a 4-0 win. Meanwhile, the Swiss also resolved with a 4-1 win right back at you. In total, Italy have scored 20 goals over Switzerland in those 13 encounters. 13 goals returned by the Swiss, which equals, of course, 1 goal a game average. The Swiss come into this with a 92% form rate, just 1 defeat, or actually just one game without a win in the last 6. That was a draw against the Welsh. Meanwhile, the Italians come into this also clean sheets galore, and at least 6-game winning rate. It could go more than that. In fact, they've actually won the last 9 games. They haven't lost in the last 28 games. So they won the last 9. They haven't lost in the last 28. Kicking off forward then, take a look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Italy will be your favourites if I can find them. They are 7-4 on for the victory. 11-2 is your Swiss. 14-5 is your draw. Again, I was impressed with the Italians. I've been on there. I've been on the case since the get-go, and it hasn't changed any time since. So Italy will get another win. They'll make it 2 wins out of 2 and look very, very comfortable as they gear up for the next round. 3-0 win on the day. Italy go through. Swiss have it all to do. Into Group B we go, and they kick it all off. It will be the Danes up against Belgium. But of course, the Denmark will playing with their hearts on the sleeve, and Belgium will of course be looking to improve from their last performance, which was very, very comforting as well. Match taking place on Thursday, the 17th of June. Let's take a look at these guys then. Played each other 7 times since 1974. Wins for the Belgians, 3 wins for the Danes, and no draws. Last round, or not last round, the biggest win though for the Belgians over Denmark was a 4-2 win. Meanwhile, the Danes picked up a 3-1 win over the course of time. In total, they scored 12 goals over Belgium since 1970, whereas the Belgians have actually scored 14, picking up a 2 goals a game ratio and heading into this match on an 83% form rate, which of course means 4 wins in the past 6 games. Meanwhile, the Danes came into this on the 75% form rate. Of course, just 1 defeat the past 6. That 1 defeat was against Finland, but it kind of doesn't really count, if you know what I mean. Last time around that these two sides played each other was in Belgium. It was a 4-2 win. In fact, you've got to go all the way back to 1995 for the Danes to pick up, of course, the win against Belgium, and that was in the European Championship at this sort of stage. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? 14-5 the Danes. They are your long shots. 12-5 is your draw. Even Stevens is your Belgium. Belgium do look good. Denmark, I do believe, unfortunately, and I don't think they care about this right here, right now. I think they just want to go home. Let's forget about the tournament, build, and hopefully get some good news from Christian Eriksen. 2-1 win on the day. Belgium will go through. Denmark, I think... it looks like they're going home, back-to-back defeats. We'll see, though. 3 points might be enough if they get a win up against... who are they playing next? It will be Mother Russia, that's right. The Finns are taking on them this weekend, or should I say midweek, on the 16th of June. Now, these two sides have played each other just 4 times since 1995. 4 wins for Russia, nothing for Finland, and no draws, of course. 15 goals in total the Russians have scored over Finland. Just the 1 goal return, which is a 0.25 goals a game ratio over those 4 encounters since 1995. 6-0 was the biggest win for Russia over Finland, and they come into this with a 58% forward rate, which is 3 wins and 2 defeats. As for the Finns, they come into on with 1 win in the past 6 games. That 1 win was against Denmark. It's a little bit shaky. Heading into the last round, of course, the picture that was in Finland was a 3-0 win for Russia. In fact, it's been back-to-back 3-0 wins. Could it make it 3-0 wins with the Russians taking place against Finland? 5-1 are your odds for Finland on this one. 14-5 is your draw. 13-8 on is your Russia. They are your favourites. They are red hot favourites. Finland will play out for a draw, and I think that's what they're going to get on this one. I've gone with a 0-0 draw. I don't think they're going to score any goals. I don't think they're going to concede any. They're going to play backs to the wall stuff, and I just don't think Russia have anything going forward. So a 0-0, which of course will put Finland through for 4 points. It'll put Belgium through with 6 points, and it will just leave the question mark as to who will get the 3 points and maybe sneak in the back door with 3 points on the line. It will leave up a Russia-Denmark lastminute.com, and you never know. The Danes might bounce back on this one and get it in matchday number 3. We'll look forward to that as well. Into Group C we go, and it's Ukraine up against North North Macedonia, must-win territory for both of these two sides as they've opened up their counts with defeats. So this one will take place on Thursday, the 17th of June. Ukraine will fancy the chances that are heading into this. They played each other actually 4 times since 2003. 2 wins for Ukraine, 1 win for North Macedonia, and 1 draw. The biggest win for Ukraine over North Macedonia was a 2-0 win, whereas the one and only win for North Macedonia was a 1-0 win. They've actually scored just the 1 goal over Ukraine in those 4 matches. Meanwhile, total goals scored by Ukraine over North Macedonia has been 3, which equates to around about 0.7 goals a game ratio. They come into this, though, Ukraine with 58% form. The same can be said for actually North Macedonia. They actually come in with a little bit slightly better form, North Macedonia, actually winning just 1 defeat of the past 5. They've actually both got 1 defeat of the past 5, but Macedonia come into this with more wins in that last 5. They've actually got 1 more defeat. It's a bit strange, but anyway, it doesn't. Regardless of all that, and the last time they played each other was in North Macedonia. It was a 2-0 win for Ukraine back in 2015. You got to go all the way back to 2004 for North Macedonia's win over Ukraine, and that was a friendly. Let's take a look at the odds on this one, then, shall we? 5-3 on is Ukraine, 5-2 is your draw, 6-1 is your North Macedonia on this one. Long shots. North Macedonia flattered to deceive against whoever they played. I can't remember whoever they played last. It was Austria, that's right. It took me a while, but so I don't think they've got much in the tank. I was impressed with the Ukraine, not only the fight back but the desire. They look good. Explosive start to the last game. They should have enough in the tank to beat Macedonia, and again put the 3 points in the bag and get ever so closer to those knockout stages. They'll still have it all to do against Austria in the final game, and we'll look forward to that when that comes around in matchday number 3. So 2-0 for Ukraine. I think Macedonia are on their way home, and then wrap it up. It's a bit of a Bobby Dazzler. It's Austria up against the Dutchies. 2 teams, of course, unbeaten so far. 3 points for 3. One of them is going to go home with nothing on this one, or it looks that way. Anyway, let's take a look at this one taking place on Thursday, the 17th of June. How about this one then? Played each other 6 times in the past, 6 wins out of 6 for the Dutchies over Austria, including a 5-1 win, including in that bunch. They scored 20 goals in total over the Austrians. Of course, 6 goals returned from Austria, which is around about just a goal a game. Meanwhile, the Dutchies have got a 3.3 goals a game ratio over Austria. Of course, Austria haven't won any of the last 6 games against the Dutchies. Netherlands have actually not lost in any of the last 5 home matches heading into this. They've actually won just 1 defeat. Actually, 1 defeat in the past 6 games. 75% form for the Dutchies, 50% form for Austria heading into this one. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have 7-4 on for the Dutchies, 3-1 is your draw, 9-4 is your Austria on this badger. What do we think about this? I do think the Dutchies look very, very good. Not great. The team wasn't that strong, but I think they've just got enough in the quality there to beat Austria 2-0. Take the 3 points. Again, take control of the group, get themselves through to the knockout stages. Leave Austria hanging a little bit, because that would set up 3 points for Ukraine, 3 points for Austria, and it also may give the Macedonians a bit of hope if they were to get 3 points on the final match day up against the Dutchies, which I don't think will happen. But that's what I think will happen myself in match number 2, part 1. We'll have match number 2, part 2, of course, on the conclusion of the games over in Group F. So make sure you come back for that a little bit later on. But that's it, my friends. That is it. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. So make sure you check that out. Also, give the video some love and smash the thumbs up and the little bell so you don't miss a beat. Check out the description. Links to me other social medias are in there. And again, I look forward to you getting back in with your predictions. How are you doing so far in the leaderboard? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And again, we'll look forward to the next round of matches. Who's your star of the show so far? Which team has impressed you the most? Which one's going home already? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And we'll see you soon for match day number 3. Until then, I am out.